Hello, my name is Cindy, and I am your university mentor. I am a third-year student, double majoring in psychology and Spanish. And today, I'm going to be talking to you about types of financial aid, free money, applying for aid, and loans. But before we get started, here are some quick tips to keep in mind. Apply for financial aid early, even before finding out if you've been accepted to college. Otherwise, you may miss out on scholarships, grants, and other free money for education. Everyone should apply for financial aid. The types and amounts of financial aid you are offered can be affected by a change in family income, number of family members, or the number of siblings in college, as well as job loss, major medical bills, or other hardship. Financial aid covers not only tuition and fees, but also room and board, books and supplies, reasonable transportation costs, and personal expenses. It may also pay for a computer and dependent care. It does not cost anything to apply for federal financial aid. The free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, is a free federal form. You'll receive most financial aid through your college. Colleges will first use the aid to pay for tuition and fees, as well as room and board, if provided by the school. You will usually receive any remaining funds to pay for other college-related expenses. If you will be delaying your studies until the spring, you should still meet the financial aid deadlines for a fall start. Completing the FAFSA is not difficult. The form is available in English and Spanish and has step-by-step instructions. Ask your school for help. You can also attend a free college application workshop. For dates and locations, go to californiacashforcollege.org. Most financial aid is based on your demonstrated financial need rather than your grades. So much of the information we will be discussing focuses on need-based aid. The top 10 important things you must do to qualify for most federal and student aid include: Number 1. Submit the FAFSA. You apply for most financial aid by completing the free application for federal student aid. The easiest and fastest way is online at fafsa.gov. Submit any other applications or information your college or state may require. Demonstrate financial need, except for federal plus loans, unsubsidized federal Stafford Loans, and some scholarships. Have a high school diploma or its equivalent, GED. Complete a high school education in a state-approved homeschool setting, or pass one of the Ability to Benefit tests approved by the U.S. Department of Education. Number 5. Be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, or other eligible non-citizen. Be a resident of the state for most state aid. Enroll in an eligible degree or certificate program. Maintain satisfactory academic progress as determined by your college. Have a social security number. If you don't, visit ssa.gov. Register with the U.S. Elective Service for males between 18 and 25. To register, go to sss.gov. Now let's get started with types of financial aid. While most colleges expect you and your family to contribute towards your education, financial aid can help narrow the gap between your resources and your cost. Types of financial aid include grants, which are free money you don't have to repay and are typically based on financial need. Scholarships, also free money. Work-study and student employment programs let you earn money through student employment on or off campus to help pay for your education. Loans are borrowed money that you must pay back, usually with interest. Applying for the FAFSA. Before you apply, collect your information. Your social security number. You'll need it to apply for most federal and state aid. If you don't have one, apply at your local post office or social security office. If you're a dependent student, you'll also need your parents' social security numbers. If your parents don't have a social security number, enter all zeros when asked for them on the FAFSA. You will need a driver's license number, an email address. If you provide one, you'll receive the FAFSA results sooner. Your financial records. This includes your W-2 forms or other records of money earned, current bank statements, business and investment records, and records of untaxed income, for example, veteran benefits, child support, or workers' compensation, as well as your parents' federal tax return for the year or yours if you file one. Your alien registration number if you're not a U.S. citizen, A few other things you should know is that you don't have to attend full-time to get financial aid. You don't need to be a U.S. citizen to receive financial aid, and your parents don't need to be citizens either. The majority of U.S. permanent residents and other eligible non-citizens qualify for most federal and state aid. If you're an undocumented student, you aren't eligible for state or federal aid, but in California, you may qualify for in-state tuition rates at public colleges. Next, let's learn about free money from the government. These include Cal Grants, Federal Pell Grants, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, and the Federal Teach Grant. There are several types of Cal Grant awards administered by the California Student Aid Commission. You don't have to figure out which Cal Grant to apply for. Your FAFSA responses, your verified Cal Grant GPA, the type of California colleges you list on your FAFSA, and whether you're a recent high school graduate will help determine your eligibility. Your Cal Grant follows you to whichever California school you choose, and you don't have to pay it back. Cal Grant award amounts are based on full-time attendance, so if you attend less than full-time, your award may be reduced. The Cal Grants include Cal Grant A, Cal Grant B, and Cal Grant C. To apply for the Cal Grant, there are 2 forms and 2 steps. First, submit the FAFSA as soon as possible, on or after January 1st and no later than the postmark deadline of March 2nd. Submit your verified Cal Grant GPA or GED, SAT, or ACT under some circumstances by the March 2nd deadline. If you're a high school senior, you must apply for a Cal Grant Entitlement Award between January 1st and March 2nd of your senior year, or by March 2nd of the year after you graduate or receive your GED. If you plan to attend a California community college in the fall, you have a second deadline of September 2nd. However, you should still try to meet the March 2nd deadline because there are a limited number of Cal Grant awards available for students who apply in the fall. If you qualify for a Cal Grant Transfer Entitlement Award, you must submit the FAFSA and your verified community college GPA between January 1st and March 2nd of the year in which you plan to transfer to a 4-year college. Some schools automatically submit GPA electronically for their students. If not, fill out the Cal Grant GPA verification form and give it to a school official for verification before mailing. The electronic form is available at calgrants.org. Federal student loans have a fixed interest rate, flexible repayment options, and other benefits that most private student loans do not have. You can get a federal loan even if you don't have financial need, and there's no credit check for undergraduate loans. There are 4 types of loans. These include Federal Stafford Loans. To receive a federal Stafford loan, you must be enrolled at least half-time, as determined by your college. There are 2 kinds of Stafford loans. Subsidized Stafford Loans. The federal government pays the interest while you're in college and during the 6 months grace period after you graduate, leave school, or enroll less than half-time. You'll make no loan payments until your grace period ends. Unsubsidized Stafford Loans. You'll pay all the interest on your loan, but you can defer interest payments while in school at least half-time. If you do, when repayment begins, the interest will be added to the amount you borrowed, and future interest costs will be based on the higher loan amount. The next type of loan is Stafford Loans. First, you must submit the FAFSA. Your college's financial aid office will contact you later to complete the required steps, including signing a master promissory note and completing loan counseling. You must be enrolled at least half-time, and repayment begins 6 months after you graduate, leave school, or enroll less than half-time. Third, Federal Plus Loans. Enable your parents or step-parents to borrow up to the total cost of your undergraduate study. Legal guardians cannot take out plus loans for your study. Last are private loans, which often carry higher interest rates and fees than federal loans. Private loans are based on your credit rating and debt-to-income ratio, not financial need, and may require a cosigner. If you are interested, look into your options and ask questions to make the best choice for you. I know this is heavy information. It is a lot to take in. That is why I highly recommend that you speak to a financial aid counselor at the university you are pursuing to fully understand your entire financial aid package. So now you know. I'm Cindy, your university mentor, here to let you know university culture is for you.